Hey pals, Palomore here. This is my buddy. He plays a feral druid, and not a big fan of him because over here we play rogues. Anyways, this is my T-shirt. In today's video, we're going to be talking about all of the annoying bugs so far that I have encountered and found, and these are the bugs that knock you out of stealth as a rogue. Like I said, in this video, I'm only going to show the ones that I've personally come across, so if there's any more bugs that you guys know about, let me know in the comments. Hopefully this can help you kind of avoid some of these or prepare to face some of them. But anyways, let's jump right into the video. Alright guys, so like I said, we're looking today at bugs that knock rogues out of stealth. Really quick before I jump into it, quick little message. Boys, we finally are getting back in the PvP scene. I've been queuing some threes up with some different partners. Peaked up at 2.5k, hit a little bit of a loss streak, but yeah, 33 out of 50 Gladiator wins, we're getting there. I recently just started talking to another guy again, and I actually might have a solid team to actually push really high with, so we'll see how that goes, so that's exciting. Anyways, though, in terms of stealth bugs, a lot of them come up on the top of my head, and in the video today, I do have some clips that were taken from my live stream of these bugs happening to me, but I'm just going to kind of list off all of the ones that I've come across, and if I do have clips to show you, I will, but anyways, let's get into it. So, the number one most annoying bug that's knocked us out that I've personally noticed is playing against Windwalker monks. I'll go ahead, I'll have a clip kind of rolling in the background here. But yeah, I even went into a war game just to set this up and test it. Basically, anytime you're fighting against a Windwalker monk and you've been in combat with them while they have their pets out, I'm not 100% sure if it's just their Tiger Zwen or if it's the clones. But basically, if you've been in combat with them and you get a re-stealth, if you are too close to their range while they're in combat with somebody else, you will randomly get unstealthed. I think this is an interaction where basically the pets can see through your stealth and they're knocking you out, but they don't actually attack you. This is a really strange one, but an easy way to avoid this is basically whenever you get a re-stealth versus a Windwalker monk, make sure you do not go very close to them at all unless you're going in for a stun or you're like going for a setup. Okay, the next one is kind of interesting actually, and this one only happened to me one time ever, but I figure it's worth mentioning. So as most of us know, we play a conduit called Cloaked in Shadows. This is the conduits I'm running, by the way. I get asked all the time. But yeah, Cloaked in Shadows is what we run. So what this does is makes it so when we go in stealth, we have a shield up every time we get a re-stealth. And basically this prevents taking damage or dots from unstealthing us. One time, this actually happened to me and I didn't know about it, so I'll clear it up. I was playing 2v2 against an Affliction Warlock, and I had dots rolling on me. So, 5k dot damage, that's a lot of dot damage. The odds of dots actually breaking through this are pretty low, but the Warlock actually casted a spell, I believe it's Malefic Rupture, something like that. Sorry if I butcher the name. But basically, what this spell does is every single target that an Affliction Warlock has dots on, when they cast this spell, those targets will take damage. So even if you're in stealth, if you have the Warlock dots on you and they cast this spell, you will take direct damage from this, and this will knock you out of stealth. It's kind of an interesting one. I'm not 100% sure how often this happens. Like I said, I've only encountered this one time, but it's just something to keep in mind. If you're playing against a UA lock and you're in the wide open, make sure they're not casting this ability or else you might get pulled out randomly and get caught off guard. Next up is actually a clip I'm going to show you guys again. This one happened to me on my live stream. I was playing 2v2 as Rogue Mage, and I noticed a bug where basically a hunter applied Murder of Crows to me, and I was kiting away. I got great distance, and I got out of combat, and I was watching the Murder of Crows dot timer. You can even see I mouse over it in the clip, and basically I'm waiting till that falls off. The second that the buff falls off, I get a clean re-stealth, 0 debuffs, and for some reason there's like a delayed crow animation, and it kind of just pops me out of stealth, and then because of that, their Holy Pally actually ended up finding me right there and just finished me off with like a huge crit. So not too sure about this one either, but yeah, I guess maybe give an extra delay on re-stealthing after Murder of Crows. Maybe there's some weird animation bug, something here that pulled me out. Not too sure. Another one that's been in the game for a very long time, I'm not necessarily sure that this one's a bug, but it is something that you need to be aware of as a rogue, and that is basically unholy DKs, their abomination. So I'm sure this has happened to you guys a bunch of times. You run into an arena match and you see a DK charging in, he pulls out his big abomination, his big pudge boy. and basically you just get popped out of stealth and you'll feel like you're a mile away. So like I said, I don't really play DK. I'm not exactly sure the tooltip on the spell, but I'm pretty sure as soon as the abomination's pulled out, there's just a very large radius around it, and it will instantly detect through stealth and pull anybody out. So at the start of arena matches, it's really important to not go near unholy DKs until they've already pulled out their abomination, or else it can really, really ruin your opener. Another one that I have footage for is actually Shadow Priests. Basically, their shadowy apparitions can travel to you while you're out of stealth. And then as soon as you get a re-stealth, if there's one still traveling to you, as soon as its animation connects with you, it will pop you out of stealth. I don't think it breaks due to damage. I think it just breaks due to the animation. So, like I said, there's a clip of it here. Really, really, really stupid stuff, but if you're putting against a Shadow Priest, you got to keep this in mind. Make sure if you see a little ghost flying at you, you're ready to either open up right away or run again, because you will get popped out of stealth. A lot of these things that knock you out of stealth, they don't actually knock you into combat. So, the Windwalker bug, the Shadow Priest bug, even though they cancel your stealth, you're still out of combat, and, after what's your stealth cooldown? 2 seconds. After 2 seconds, you can pop right back into stealth. So this is also something to keep in mind. This is something that I've seen happen to my viewers a lot, and I actually had a viewer ask me, he was confused how he got opened on, but basically another way that we get knocked out of stealth, this one's not a bug, is Shamans. So Resto Shamans actually have Earthbind Totem, and this is a totem where when it's applied on the ground, it will pulse, and in charges, it will cast basically Entangling Roots on everyone within the range of it. If you get rooted by this totem, it will pull you out of stealth and it will root you in place. So really important to, if you're playing against a Resto Shaman at the start of arena, don't take a predictable path because they'll probably plop this totem down. And also, if you see one on the ground when you're in stealth period, make sure you don't go too close to it. Another bug that I want to talk about, this one might have been fixed. One of my viewers on Twitch told me that this was fixed, but I haven't actually tested it myself. And that is basically, as a Night Fae, we have an ability called Sepsis. This is like our class ability. And what it will do is after the duration of the ability goes off, we will get access to one stealth bar ability. So our bar will swap over and it puts us into like a Shadow Dance mode. Basically, there was a bug where if you're playing the Subterfuge talent, Sepsis would interact with that very weird. So if you Sepsis a target and then you end up getting a re-stealth during that duration, as soon as that Sepsis proc goes off at the very end, it would just knock you out of stealth. Like I said, I've been told this has been patched. I haven't had it happen to me yet since, but then again, it never happened to me too much in the first place. But this is something to keep in mind. Maybe test it yourself and find out. Okay, pals, so just like the gnomes and the goblins, I'm going to keep this video short today. Please, 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 if you learned something new or if you thought the video was entertaining, leave me a comment talking about, let's talk about, how about these? Coke Extra. It's basically Diet Coke with extra caffeine. They got blackberry flavors. I think the other one's a vanilla extract. Very, very good stuff. Let's talk about diet sodas. That's a good one. But anyways, if you could leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. All of this stuff helps me in the algorithm so much to promote my content. And then also come check my live stream out. I try to stream every single day. Actually, some of these days, even 2 to 3 streams now. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.